Okay. Oh, I'm listening to Abraham, but let me pause it. Okay. So I wanted to do a little more than just post these. So I shuffled cards this morning, and Ishmael, I think that's how you pronounce it. Ishel popped out. So your divine channel, you're a channel for divine healing power. So I've had this card before, but based on kind of where I am right now, I wanted to know a little bit more about it. So I pulled out the book and read. And let's see. So most of this resonates with me for sure. But I really didn't feel like it was trying to tell me to like focus on my healing in some kind of way on others. So there's always like alternative or various meanings. So again, I don't think it's trying to tell me that I'm a healer, possibly that I'm being healed since I've been sick. The situation is being healed since I don't think there's a loved one. I wasn't focusing on a loved one anyways when I pulled a card. So honor your knowledge, healing knowledge and abilities. Possibly learn about healing since I've been studying human design lately. But I wanted to know a little more. So I pulled a second card to see. And my intention when I pulled it was tell me a little bit more about Ishel. And so the situation involves a past life. Okay. So I pulled the book out again since that wasn't quite enough information. And so talking about my roots being deep, the situation is anchored in past memories from far away. Didn't quite resonate, but resonated a little bit more. The fact that these roots have anchored me so deeply in fact, that I'm paralyzed when it comes to moving forward, that resonated. So, Isis has called this situation, or called this to my attention, so that I can uproot past memories. Sometimes you bury those memories to shield yourself from psychic pain or embarrassment. There's a part of me that kind of balks at that. So there's probably something to that. Reveal these lessons to yourself now and move forward with confidence. Really think the point is about moving forward and about the fact that I'm stuck right now. So get a past life regression to gain insights. I don't think so. Ancient fears from past life are surfacing right now. I wasn't thinking about another person, so it's not about that. Your current situation relates to a childhood issue. That resonated the most with me. I'm not sure what that issue would be, though. Lots of childhood issues, so multiple ones to pick from. So I pulled another card. Lakshmi, bright future. Stop working. Everything is going to be fine. So what does Lakshmi have to say? Well, basically just reminding me that, the universe is a kind place. It's a kind universe. And everything is working in my favor. And to stop viewing things in my life as blocks or obstacles. And to focus on the brightness. So Abraham Hicks always talks about how it's always about feeling good. That's what life is about. And while the Isis card, I think, a lot of times would get people to start delving into their past and their traumas. And the problem with that is then we stay there. We don't identify and then move on. We go in there and then we get into that person shouldn't have done that. That wasn't right. That wasn't fair. I was a child. We get caught up in the story of it and we don't move forward, which is what Lakshmi is saying. Is saying don't stay in that past. Yes, past stuff is anchoring me right now. And when I look at law of attraction and the stuff that Abraham Hicks talks about, and all of the stuff that I just know from my counseling background, and, cognitions, reframing cognitions, reframing those negative thoughts to something positive. And there's always a way to do that. Always, 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 always. And I think what this whole reading is telling me is, yes, the situation is being healed. I am coming through it. The reason it's here is it's because of past life stuff. And past life, I think in this case, is referring to to childhood stuff. And most of, at least for me, but I believe this is true for most people, most of the negative thoughts that we have are anchored in childhood, in the past. Whether it doesn't matter. It's anchored there because that's where it started. And all the stuff that, in law of attraction, we block from coming to us is because we have these negative beliefs that are in our resonance, that are in our vibration. And whether they are consciously there or unconsciously there. And that's part of what Isis is saying is, identify those thoughts so that you can get around them and stop them and then reframe them into something positive, in essence. I mean, Lakshmi, is saying that I don't need to worry, like it's all going to work out, regardless. But, I believe that's what this is saying. So I like to mix it up a little bit and use different cards to tell me more so that I'm not just in one kind of way of thinking, because Doreen Virtue, who is the author of My Goddess Cards, she has one way of kind of talking about things, and Colette Baron Reed, who is the author of these cards, has a different way of speaking to them. And I really like, these resonate with me a lot because they really talk from that same kind of positive perspective, law of attraction, life is meant to be blissful and good perspective that I believe completely. So I want to know a little bit more about this. So I'm going to say, let's see. So tell me a little more about this. Okay, I'm thinking right now I need to tune in. Hang on a second. That's it right there. Sacred Reverence. So I've gotten this card a couple times this week. And so let's see what Sacred Reverence is about. This is number 47. And again, I just really like the way that she talks about these things. I won't read the whole thing, but the key concepts, all for truth, that spirit is everywhere, inspiration coming through you as a result of reverence, joyful living. There we go. Exploring possibilities with curiosity, spiritual passion, manifesting from the starting point of the realm of spirit. So what just popped out at me, and sometimes I'll do it this way, is I read it and see what resonates with me. Can you regard the other as sacred, thereby erasing the separation between you? And while I didn't have any particular situation in mind other than just kind of my current circumstances, that resonates with me. And so not thinking about the situation or the people involved in the situation as other. In other words, it's all sacred. They're here in my life for a reason. And that reason is divine, right? So if we go all the way back, that reason is divine. That reason is divine. Ooh, validation. Something's trying to come through. So the situation is for my highest good. That's what that's telling me. A burst of magic. Oh, look at that. Consecutive numbers. And this is all in, I believe, the seventh chakra, or the seventh energy center as she refers to them. So a burst of magic. Key concepts: an epiphany, a sudden higher knowing, a sense that everything has a purpose, your purpose as a gift bestowed upon you. Cultivating conscious contact with a higher power, coming to know what calls to you and lights you up. I honestly believe that this is telling me that what was just coming through was from my higher power. I don't think it goes any further than that. But I want to know a little bit more about the story and the situation. Some guidance about what to focus on right now. Right there. Willing release. You guys saw me pull that card. Willing release. Concepts. Yielding to a divine plan. Releasing attachment to form, especially if something isn't what you expected or wanted. Leaving room for serendipity. Some days you have to let go of your struggle to find an answer and focus on other things for a while. This doesn't mean giving up altogether or losing anything. Remember that in our co-creative partnership with the divine, give and take is necessary. You do your part by setting your intentions and taking any necessary actions, but you must then surrender the form, the timing, and the how to your higher power. There is a divine plan for each of us. When acting on this faith, you may find that your intense desire for something translates into a feeling of attachment and entitlement. Right now, you can immerse yourself in this experience and allow the divine plan to unfold as it will on your behalf without interference. Can you be open to receiving what is yours, even if it is not packaged in the form that you want? You have to put in the work defined your desire. You have put in the work, defined your desires and felt them deeply and engaged your higher power. Now you must let go and see what transpires. I want to go back here because there was a part that really resonated. Right now, can you immerse yourself in this experience and allow the divine plan to unfold as it will on your behalf without interference? And that's what I was saying. This whole thing, when I look at this and I think of my life and the current circumstances, the meaning of the Ixchel card, connecting it to the past, my past, reminding me to focus on the future. No, not the future, on a bright future, on positive. And then I don't even remember what Sacred Reverence. Yes, reminding me, it was seconding this, being joyful. I am connected, and messages are coming through. And the willing release is saying it's validating what I just said before I pulled this card, that this situation, while uncomfortable and not what I would choose for myself right now, is taking me somewhere. It's all in the divine plan. It is unfolding on my behalf. I just need to let go of the fact that this current situation doesn't look the way that I think it should. And that's the ultimate thing. This whole reading, that's the ultimate. That's what this is telling me. That's what this is saying. And it's important because remember, what did I ask when I pulled this card? What do I need to do? What do I need to do? Release. It's release my ideas of how this should look. And allow the plan to unfold, because it is unfolding. In fact, a friend just said to me this morning, that they felt like something was getting ready to, it was not getting ready, but something was going to shift and change with regard to the situation. And because I'm not being valued, which is exactly what this card, the past, is saying. I wasn't valued for sure, for lots of reasons. Again, I don't want to go into the stories of that. I don't like the energy of them. So, but yes, this is pointing to that, in fact. So, anyways, I wanted to do a little more than just pull a couple cards today. And I wanted to do a little more than just post the cards with the captions of the readings, or of the books. And anyways, I hope this is helpful to somebody, to anybody. If not, it was a pleasure just being able to share this with you. And I love you all.